little pig. Let me in.
Salut à toutes et à tous et bienvenue dans Story Série, saison 4, épisode 21. Cette semaine, on teste notre instinct de survie avec la toujours exaltante The Walking Dead. En octobre 2010, The Walking Dead débarquait sur les écrans avec la lourde responsabilité d'adapter la bande dessinée scénarisée par Robert Kirkman et dessinée par Tony Moore et Charlie Adlard. Pari réussi puisque dans un monde où les séries s'arrêtent plus vite que leur ombre, The Walking Dead affiche fièrement 10 saisons au compteur et tirera sa révérence l'an prochain avec la 11e.
He asked how his daddy died. I told him that a bad man killed him. And he wanted to know if that man got what he deserved.
Et durant ces 150 épisodes déjà diffusés, la série a largement montré l'exemple en faisant d'une histoire de mort-vivant une véritable réflexion sur le monde et l'être humain, poussant l'horreur dans des retranchements quasi philosophiques. Nous en avons parlé avec la showrunneuse Angela Kang.
Hi, Charlotte.
Et les acteurs et actrices Lauren Cohan, Melissa McBride et Normal Reedus, qui n'a pas la meilleure connexion internet au monde. L'équipe se tenait à Atlanta, en Géorgie, à quelques pas du plateau de tournage de la saison 11. I've noticed you've been both on the show for 151 episodes, for now.
Really?
Which is quite of a lifetime commitment, so I wanted to know what it means to you, this, being committed for a show for so long and so many hard hours in the heat of Atlanta.
Do you think of it in those terms, Norman?
I think of it in a whole bunch of different terms. It's hard to put it just in being on the show because it's lifestyle change.
Exactly. It just sort of permeates your whole existence. Yeah.
Like it'll be gone. But we all still talk to the cast members from way early on. Like right now I'm in Georgia. We're both in Georgia, but we're starting the season in the winter, which is we've never done that.
It's weird. Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah. But people are like, oh, what's it going to be like the last season? And are people going to be happy? Are people going to be in tears? Because we're here for a long time, so I'm pretty sure everybody will hate each other, love each other.
Please don't hate me.
I don't know, it's weird. It's such a huge part of your life.
I'm never gonna hate you.
Yeah, it's kind of like a schedule. We here the season starts again. We suit up, and I don't know. I don't really have a big conscious thought like here we go again. It's sort of like, okay, it's Tuesday in a macrocosmic sort of way.
Yeah.
You
all changed our numbers.
come forward, Norman. I can't hear you.
What did you say, boy? I can't hear you.
Ask us a month after it's over and we've all changed our numbers.
Oh, yeah.
I could have gotten that walker.
You are your mother's daughter.
My dad's too.
I enjoy having two women I can talk to about that, but even though the conversation is open about female characters and not making them cliches, we still find those cliche characters, but not in The Walking Dead. It's very equal between male and female. So as an actress, how does it feel to you? And as a showrunner, how do you maintain that?
I just Well, I think the maintaining it, we've been so lucky for the show to have been built from a place that just represented everybody equally from the beginning. And then when Angela started, she knows how I feel about how excited I've been for everything she did. I think some of the biggest growth moments for Maggie as a woman and as a leader have come under Angela's hand. So that has just been something that's really set the metric for me as an actor too. It's very difficult to go into anything else now without that lens, thankfully. I get constantly inspired that, you know, this is a dirty, grubby show about the important things, and we represent such good role models for girls, and we are told that all the time at conventions and when we meet fans. And I think that's everything you can ask for, is to entertain people, to remind them what's important, and to be an example of who you want to be and who you want to represent. And yes.
It's a kind of a mission.
I think for my side, this is a show that for a long time has had a balanced writer's room where there's an equal representation of men and women who are creating the show. You know, we have some powerful producers on the show, such as Gail Ann Hurd, our executive producer, Denise Huth, who's been with the show from the beginning. When you have women that are in positions of power as producers and as writers and, actors and directors, I do think that just naturally there is a different sort of representation of these characters on screen. And that's something that's important to us. And I think, that it comes from a comic book where I think the creator really cared about trying to show a version of the world that had a variety of heroes.
Oh my God, hi!
Whether they were men or women or LGBTQ plus characters or disabled or, from all different races and walks of life. And so I think we were trying to build upon that legacy for the screen. And it's something that I've been really fortunate to get to write for over the years, because I love writing for these characters and I love writing for Maggie and for all the other strong women that are part of our cast.
You should hate me. It's hard. You seem to hate yourself so much. I'm gonna kill her. That won't save us. But it'll feel good.
The show, to me, is very asking questions about survival instinct. What is humanity? What does it mean to be human? So I wanted to know if you had any kind of philosophical questions or conversations during the shooting or prior to the shooting altogether.
I mean, we definitely in the writer's room were talking a lot about being in an actual pandemic and the things that might happen. And, so that informed just a lot of the conversations we had. But, I think we've always had a backdrop where the characters like to talk about questions of who they are, who they were, who they hope to be. So there's definitely those themes running through some of these stories that we tell in the next new block.
Yeah, and I think I've had such a good opportunity because Maggie is coming back so changed to even refresh that conversation for myself.
Yeah.
But one of the comical things at the beginning of all this was everybody assuming that everyone related to The Walking Dead knew what to do best. And so that was pretty funny, as funny as you could find something in this challenging year. But yeah, I do think it ironically reminded me, there's just like the episode when you say, I don't want to be afraid of being alive, like the emphasis to connect more and more deeply with my family and friends, even via FaceTime and via Zoom, and how much of a lifeline that actually has been while we've all been so separated. Really reminds me of the mindset the characters have been through times in this show, just the need to create meaningful connection and do meaningful things with your life and express your emotions and your love to the people that you care about. So yeah, it has been art informing life, informing art, informing life.
It's the best art usually, so.
Yeah.
You didn't need to see those bodies like that.
They're just walkers. I've killed plenty of walkers.
I know. But they weren't just walkers.
I'm not scared.
I know you're not. Maybe I am, a little bit.
But every time I talk to someone who works on the show, the word family comes. It's a family. We treat each other like family. Is it a feeling that you have too?
Oh yeah,
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
we all know each other's parents. We all know each other. Really, it's definitely a family. And you know, when you've done something emotional for this long with all these people, like they've all seen me cry. You know, seen each other cry. We've yelled at each other. We've done a lot. You know, so it's like a family in a bunch of ways.
No, we don't have to die here. We're going to have to fight. And if we die fighting for a place that means something. Can you think of a better way to go?
Yeah, we go with my daughter's life intact. And Judith, and Ezra's, and Adam's. You want me to keep going?
All right, let's get the kids out first. Everybody pack up. We're going to Oceanside. Grab weapons, food, whatever you can. We'll regroup there.
We've just shared so many experiences and personal experiences and professional experiences. You know, was very new to some of us when we first started out on the show.
Yeah.
It became such a big success very quickly, and that was a whole new sensation for this little band of survivors, you know. But I think we lean on each other a lot on the show, in our characters, and in real life. And then the bubble that we have where we shoot.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the bubble that they have of survivors. I mean, it's a very mirrored experience in a lot of ways.
You seem very moved right now, talking about it.
I am.
That's very touching, actually.
Have you heard what they said on the news today? Have you heard what is coming to us all?
And it's funny because, you know, when I heard that this was going to be the last season, I thought, well, I'll think about that later, because we still have so much time, you know. And there was like, well, do you have something to say about it? You make a little speech. I'm like, but we're not there yet. I don't really think about that yet. We're not there.
Do you know what it feels like to want something so bad and to go after it with everything that you have? Piss off everyone, like literally everyone. Maybe get people killed. And still you have nothing to show for it.
I do.
These next episodes, this is going to be a grind, and it's going to be on our mind. It's going to be very conscious that this is our last season.
The last week will be weird.
I think it's going to be weird.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your last moment. It's going to be so cool.
Bye, Charlotte.
Thanks.
Captain Ryan.
My daughter wanted to meet the hero who saved Avenue 3.
Oh, well, Oh, you mean me?
Yes.
Story Série, c'est terminé. La semaine prochaine, on vous propose une bonne tranche de rire avec un best-of aux petits oignons consacré à la comédie.
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il est le puceau? À lundi, d'accord.
Allez, à la semaine prochaine.